Hello everyone. In today's video, I want to do some abstract color exploration just to relax. I am just getting over doing my holiday Christmas rush for working with clients and doing all the pre-holidays, post-holiday, Boxing Week, everything craziness. And I am in desperate need of just some relaxation. So I'm going to pull a card from the Art Blox Box and I'm going to pull it at random. And we're just going to explore doing some abstract and just see where things take us. So I'm just going to, I don't know where to start. This one. All right. I don't have all of the exact colors that you can find on the palette, but I'm looking for ones that are similar or close enough that kind of just go with the color palette itself. And I grabbed a bunch of my art supplies. As you can see, I have this here. It's my watercolor palette that I think would go with it. So there's some colors here that I could use to create. Some of my colored pencil crayons, my Poscas, my NeoColors, and my acrylics. So I have no idea what I'm gonna make. That's what's kind of fun about this, just doing a abstract color exploration. What I'm gonna do today is work on both pages of my sketchbook. I like to do this every once in a while, especially when I'm doing loose sheet paperwork, is just have more than one sheet in front of me so I can just be loose and explore different movements and ideas at the same time. It's really nice to do this kind of thing, especially because I find when you're just doing your healing with art time and sitting down and letting loose and expressing, my soul, it calls for having more than one palette, like more than one canvas, because there are days when you just have a mixture of emotions, and having more than one canvas to work on and explore and express with is so helpful, because there are times when you're making something and you want to look at it and see something beautiful at the end. And I know art doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be beautiful every time, but I don't know, there's just something calming about looking at a completed piece of art that you've done after sitting down and feeling good about it, right? So having more than one going at a time, I think, is a good thing. like how that looks. And you know, what's great about having two side by side from each other as well is the fact that when you are doing something here and you're like, oh, I did not like that. When you come to this side, you just don't do that. Or if there is something here that you really liked, you can carry it over to the other one and see if it goes with that flow as well. Cleaning my brush off because I'm using a white basically, so I don't want to dirty it up on my palette. Okay, I think this is a great starting point. And I'm going to let this layer dry and then come back again with my acrylics and my other mediums. So what I'm going to do is, in order for this to dry, point my fan at it because that's what I have on hand. Alrighty, so it's dried enough. There's one spot that still hasn't fully dried yet because there was a lot of water there, but that's okay. Let's just move on to the next phase. I'm going to use probably some of my texture making tools and obviously my paintbrushes for acrylics. So I went and made sure I grabbed those before I sat down. Just going to get rid of the watercolor. So when I'm using my acrylics, just a side note in case you guys don't know to do this or haven't tried this yourselves, I like to wipe off my excess paint onto a paper towel, and it helps for cleaning them. It makes cleaning them easier. If you have the excess paint that you're not using here, wipe it off, put it in the water cup. Oh my God, I forgot the word for that. Okay. Anyways, and then, you know, if you have a little too much water on it from cleaning, just a clean paper towel or towel itself to wipe everything down. And then away you go. So I'm just gonna put this all down somewhere. Take a breath and think about what I'm going to do next. So as you can see, to create these interesting lines, I'm just roughly holding it in a light way and then moving it along with my fingers and my wrist, which creates an interesting shape and detailing. So I don't really like how this looks. So I'm gonna cover that, but how I'll be covering it, I'm not too sure just yet. Hi baby, what you doing? Hi. Hi, what you doing, puppy? So at this point, I'm really just enjoying the process. I have my music playing in my headphones, and I'm just going with the flow. And yes, I've had some interruptions, but I'm still just in that headspace of exploring and trying ideas and just enjoying my time. Now, I've been using a lot of the brown, so let's just go back and look at the color palette. And I know that this color is a little bit more on the redder side, but I'm okay with that. I think I want to add something really dark. So I'm going to grab some of my burnt sienna and my black, and I'm going to mix something really dark. And you don't need a lot of black, especially with this type of paint. It goes a long way. I think I'm going to mix it with one of my really textured paintbrushes. So this one right here, it's really big for texture. dark. I like. Oh yeah. I really like how that looks, so I'm going to do it over this because I didn't like it. Now it feels too dark. Oh boy. So I'm wiping it off. And then I'm going to put it in. Ooh, nice. To just straight from the tube. Try something. With my how that looks, like how this color combo looks. I think the next thing that this needs might be some black and white. So I'm gonna let this dry for a bit. And I'm going to do this again. Some extra on there, and then there we go. So the only color that I'm missing from the palette is some pops of blue. going to do that in two different ways. So we're going to use one of my rough round brushes. I'm just going to stick it into the blue. And then very loosely, I'm sure my hand's in focus and not this. And I'm just going to very loosely move about the page. I like that. But for this one, I think I'm going to do something a little different. Just going to imply that there's some flowers here. And they're nothing fancy when it comes to it, but I really like it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put one more over here. Here, 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 here. Alrighty. Let's let this dry for a bit so we can come in with some Posca pens on top with the white and the black to just add some more. So this is basically dry. That's the one thing that's really nice about my acrylic paints. They do dry pretty fast even with without the fan. It's just a dry environment. But the really thick stuff right here is still wet, but that's okay. I'm moving on. I want to add some white to it. Except I don't really know what I want my white to be. I'm thinking I want more of these. So I'm going to just do bigger ones. At this stage, when it comes to color exploration and doing this kind of healing with art exercise, you can go as far as you want or do as little as you want. You can just slap down some colors and see how they go, or you can do all these different mediums and materials and mix and layer and layer and layer and layer. And you can just spend an hour of your time doing everything at once and then being like, yes, that's exactly what my soul needed. It's all going to come down to what really relaxes you, what helps you de-stress, what helps you express. That was kind of fun. I kind of want to add this blue, even though the palette only has the light blue in it. Having a little dark blue won't hurt. Oh yeah. I like that. Do the dots in this big dark one here. And then some more of these blue ones in this part of it. I feel like going like over the top with this one. So I'm going to grab some of my white paint. Oh, I can't open it. There we go. Grabbing this. So basically this is just a basic paintbrush, you know, like a really inexpensive one. And I, in the process of cleaning up one day, forgot to clean it, and it became this, you know, stiff, unusable paintbrush. However, I really like dipping paint in it and creating with it. So it creates interesting texture. I like it. It's messy and ugly and over the top, so I'm cool with it. The only other thing I want to do to this side before I call it the end is add some loose greenery into this area. So I had and there we go. That is today's Healing with Art color exploration session for me. Thank you everyone who watched this video. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. If you are interested in picking up your very own Art Blox Box, there is a link in the description below. At the time of recording this, I am taking the Art Blox Box to Kickstarter. That's correct. If you are new to my channel, the Art Blox Box is something that I created. I'm not too sure when this video is going live, so the link will either be a sign up link to be notified when it goes live, or it'll be the active Kickstarter link. Thank you so much everyone for being a part of this healing journey. Let's take just a couple of deep breaths before we say goodbye. So let's take a deep breath in and release that air. And let's focus on our positive energy. If you have a mantra for today, pull it out and recite it in your mind. So bring in some positive energy as you breathe in. And shake out any negativity. Alrighty. Thank you again. And until next time, stay magical.